tourism, economic regulation, and political governance. You can adjust the language according to your preference. Choose the program that suits your needs from the playlist. Customize the subtitle position on your laptop, and adjust the video speed with the slider to suit your needs and comfort. Let's grow together through your subscribe and like on this video.
Perhaps tourism looks simple from the outside: cereal and toast served in hotels, traffic flowing toward the harbor, tourists in flip-flops heading for sightseeing. But the economic system behind this industry is definitely far more complex than it appears. During rush hour, lorries move steadily toward the port, delivering prawns, squid, aubergine, beetroot, cabbage, courgette, and cucumber to restaurants along High Street. Behind each dish lies a workforce: reliable farmers, conscientious suppliers, resourceful traders, and sometimes job seekers hoping to earn enough to afford a stable adulthood. Tourism is not only about sunbathing afternoons at a crowded campsite. It is about regulation, governance, and political intention. Inside a modest family hotel, the owner tidies shelves, unloads attachments for new hoovers, and puts away cleaning equipment. Running water must be reliable. Damp walls must be mended before guests notice their appearance. A wardrobe must be tidy. Jewelry found on the terrace patio is taken to the reception. A bracelet dropped in the aisle near baggage claim will be stored carefully. These small details may seem trivial, but regulation begins at this level. Without standards, tourism quickly turns horrible. Tourism also reflects identity. A traveler chooses long-sleeved shirts, polo-neck sweaters, sleeveless jackets, waistcoats of velvet or leather, sometimes lace collars or fur accessories. A scruffy backpacker stands opposite a chic business visitor. Appearance influences perception. A good-natured, laid-back visitor may be welcomed, while a narrow-minded or big-headed traveler can provoke rivalry. Culture must be preserved without becoming a performance invented merely to tempt profit. Tourism depends on the weather. A bright, settled morning can gradually turn chilly, damp, humid, and changeable. Drizzling rain may escalate into hail, a blizzard, a monsoon, or even a hurricane. Climate instability affects employment. When flights take off late, luggage is reclaimed, bag drop counters close down, and job seekers become redundant. Economic fragility often begins with environmental vulnerability. Tourist zones attract opportunity and crime. Armed robbery, theft, vandalism, smuggling, hijack threats, or even kidnap cases damage public trust. A burglar may burgle a hotel room, a mugger might target distracted visitors. A smuggler attempts to smuggle prohibited goods through baggage claim. When arrested, the accused appears in court. Witness testimony determines whether the suspect is found guilty or innocent. The verdict and sentence shape public confidence. Without legal enforcement, tourism collapses. Health systems must carry out strict monitoring. Food poisoning from prawn or squid dishes can cause stomachache, diarrhea, vomiting, sore throat, cough, or faint episodes. A mosquito or wasp bite may cause rash and swelling. A tourist might sprain an ankle, bleed from a blister, choke, or pass out under heat stress. Physicians must respond swiftly. Bandage wounds, rub disinfectant, tip patients carefully, and prevent illness from spreading. Public health is economic protection. When visitor numbers drop, staff are laid off. Some are fired or sacked. Others retire early. Workers feel miserable, fed up, devastated, overwhelmed, exhausted, and even terrified about financial loss. Business owners feel stunned, gobsmacked, gutted. Strong-willed leaders must remain steady and straightforward. Compassionate governance prevents despair. Governments must intend long-term stability. They launch campaigns, merge tourism boards, sometimes axe failing projects, or close down corrupt agencies. Bribery, fraud, blackmail, and corruption must be prosecuted. Officials who commit crimes are charged, sometimes acquitted, sometimes sentenced. Political violence or violent protest can frighten investors. Governance must govern responsibly, not backward but forward. Tourism prosperity is not accidental, it is achieved through regulation, reliable institutions, and determined leadership. As tourism expands, development moves beyond the harbor toward the suburb and further into the outskirts. Terraced houses with chimney smoke overlook newly built patios and pedestrian squares where statues commemorate local history rather than ruin it. Urban planning must be thorough. A straightforward transport system reduces traffic congestion during rush hour. If governance is weak, infrastructure collapses, property values drop, and neighborhoods deteriorate. When regulation is reliable, growth remains steady. Tourism offers a career ladder. A dishwasher engaged in washing up may gradually become a supervisor, then a manager. But without policy protection, workers can be made redundant or laid off during seasonal downturns. A colleague might be sacked unfairly. A coworker may feel offended or infuriated by weak leadership. Job seekers compete intensely, and rivalry can emerge. A workforce requires balance, not tight-fisted austerity, nor reckless generosity. Tourism often exposes inequality. Some visitors wear velvet waistcoats and leather shoes, others walk in flip-flops. Some can afford luxury, others nearly overspend their savings. If economic disparity becomes too visible, social tension may grow. Residents may take against visitors whom they suspect of ignoring local customs. Misunderstanding can embarrass officials and offend communities. Political leaders must mind public perception carefully. When fraud networks infiltrate tourism contracts, bribery follows. A blackmailer pressures officials. A con artist exploits regulatory weaknesses. A smuggler attempts to bypass customs. Police arrest suspects. The accused appears in court. Witness statements are examined. The verdict determines whether they are guilty or innocent. If acquitted, reputation damage may remain. Justice must not only be done, it must be seen to be done. Governance is stressful. Leaders may feel overwhelmed, shattered, or exhausted after crisis meetings. Public criticism can be offensive, opposition parties may vow to sue or campaign aggressively. When scandals break, ministers may deny involvement. Some are forced to resign. Others retire early to protect their political survival. Without resilience, leadership collapses. A public health outbreak can devastate tourism. Food poisoning cases multiply. Visitors complain of headaches, backache, earache, toothache, sore throat, and diarrhea. Some faint. Others pass out before coming around slowly. Physicians carry out emergency protocols. Patients rub sore wrists, stretch stiff shoulders, or clutch their chest or stomach. Some bleed after accidents on slippery, damp patios. Public health infrastructure protects economic continuity. Employees respond differently to a crisis. Some are determined and assertive. Others are bewildered or desperate. A strong-willed manager remains well-balanced, conscientious, and resourceful. A bad-tempered supervisor with a quick temper may frighten junior staff. An absent-minded administrator might overlook critical documents. A two-faced executive may pretend loyalty while planning a merger. Character influences institutional outcome. To stabilize tourism, governments must get down to reform. Regulatory frameworks are set up. Anti-corruption campaigns are launched. Officials who commit theft, armed robbery, or violent offenses are expelled from office. Transparency reduces ignorance. Education reduces weakness. Compassionate policy reduces loneliness and social loss. Tourism is not merely commerce. It is a social contract between visitors, the workforce, the neighborhood, and the state.